All right, so this is going to be a relatively quick video about exponential functions. Exponential functions are composite functions, and so we don't deal with just e to the x a whole lot. We usually deal with e to the 3x or e to something like in that power function of x. So this is going to be very basic. We'll get into composite functions later on, but let's just talk about e to the x as a function. So if we look at e to the x, its derivative is itself. It is the most basic rule. One thing that I see students try to do is I see students try to use power rule on e to the x because there's an x and there's a power and they get really confused. So they try to say that e prime is like x e to the x minus 1. That is not true. We do not do that, okay? E to the power of x is an exponential function. It has a different derivative. If you look at the graph, we can look at the derivative or the slope of the tangent line at 0 is pretty stinking close. In fact, it's exactly going to be a slope of 1. Over here, I'm going to have slopes that approach 0. And up here, I'm going to have slopes that approach infinity. And so if I try to sketch that as a graph, I have zeros over here. I have 0, 1, and then I have numbers that need to approach infinity. And it just so happens that the derivative of e to the x is just itself. Here's an example. If you are in the Houston area like we are, mosquitoes are everywhere all the time. And so let's just pretend that a colony has 1,000 and we know that they grow exponentially. So after 2 days, the population is given by a of t, so the amount of mosquitoes is 1,000 times e to the t. How quickly is the population increasing after 2 days? So that right there, that wordage is telling me find the rate of change of the population or find dA dt. How quickly is the population increasing? Another way to write that would be a prime of t. So just like all other power rule formulas, we do just keep that constant in the front and then take the derivative of that function. And so a prime of 2 is 1,000 e to the power of 2. And that is 7,389. We're just going to round to the nearest whole mosquitoes. And then the units would be in mosquitoes per day. Oh my goodness, y'all. Think about that. The population of mosquitoes is increasing at a rate of 7,400 mosquitoes per day. That's so fun. But that's our answer for this question.